Hi, welcome to Aphasia Moments, a video podcast where we explore life with aphasia, a language disorder, and aphasia, and this is dysarthria to speech disorders and other communication challenges. I'm your host, Cheryl Tondro, and I'm here to share part of my journey. I hope that what I say inspires you, empowers you, gives you hope, and also helps you feel less alone. Because I have these communication challenges, my speech can sometimes be hard to understand. I encourage you to use the closed captioning feature right below this video, CC button, which might help. Let's dive into the topic for today. As you know, if you've been listening to the podcast for the last 14 days, today it's day 14 on my 33 days as I'm reading a book. And in this book, they talk about one virtue every day. And every day I'm telling you how I believe this virtue helps us in our journey after a stroke or whatever happened, the event that happened to you that caused your aphasia, apraxia, or dysarthria, or other communication challenges. Today's word or characteristic is humility. So, what is humility? When you're humble, that's humility. You have an attitude of modesty that comes from the understanding of how we are in the bigger picture. It entails not taking our desires, successes, or failures as too serious. That's we're just a small person is a big cosmic world. I found two quotes that I wanted to share with you. Never look down on anybody unless you are helping them up. Jesse Jackson. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. When we have this trauma, I believe it's really important. It's really natural that we're concentrating on ourselves, our recovery, moving on. But that doesn't mean we have to be arrogant or not humble, because I really do believe having communication challenges really makes us humble. We see that something that was really natural to us that we counted on for our lives, every aspect of our lives, not had, but every aspect of our lives, had communication as a really big part of it, I believe. So I think when you lose this ability, some part of us becomes really humble. We know that we're not in charge of everything. We're not superior to anybody. So it brings some humility. I also believe because we have these issues and challenges that we're more able to really know that everybody has a different story. We're not the only ones who have a story. We're not the only ones who have challenges. We're not the only ones who feel bad for ourselves because we had this trauma. There's so many people who we connect with. We don't know their story. We don't know what they're going through at any time. And really, nobody knows what exactly we're going through because our communication challenges don't let us explain it fully. I think that's what I've been struggling with for this whole time, that is that even though I've tried to explain how I feel in the blog, I try to tell my family how I feel. I'm doing this podcast to share how this makes me feel, but aphasia doesn't allow me to get all the words out. And I feel that even though I'm sharing my story quite a bit, there's so much more that I never know. And I think when we feel that, we sense that about other people and become more humble and thinking less of myself and more of another person really helps in the recovery too. I believe that it's really important to hear people's stories, really communicate with them. I think maybe part of having aphasia gives us the opportunity to really listen, because we're in the situation where we're not speaking a lot. So it, even though aphasia is hard, aphasia can also give us the power of silence. When we're silent, we can hear a lot more and experience a lot more, I think. So I hope that what I've talked about today resonates with you and me reminded you that even with your communication challenges, life can be full of meaning, connection, and joy. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about finding what works for you, being patient with yourselves and others, and celebrating success and progress, no matter how small it may seem. Remember, you are the unique, wonderful person, and you have so much more to offer the world. If you found this podcast helpful, please consider liking, sharing, and definitely commenting, because I would love to hear your thoughts and your experiences. This is a place where you can feel supported and we can learn from each other. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen, and I hope to see you again really soon.